All right, you guys. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a breakdown on today's trade. We traded Nas 100, so I'm gonna show you. It is the start of Q3, so Q2 is over with. Q2 is always the hardest quarter for me personally because price is just being priced during Q2, right? But we made it through. Believe we still were profitable Q2, but not one of my favorite quarters to say the least at all. So let's go ahead and check out Nas 100 from today. So we see right here, signal got sent out 9:46. 9:46 is when we sent the signal out, and 9:46 when we entered the signal. So you can see right here a little update picture, 9:47. Right there, you see up 100 pips, up to 100 pips. So you see TP2 or TP1 hit. My fault. TP1 hits. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 450 pips, right? And then we see TP2 later smacked at 10:14. So that is roughly 14. That's about 28 minutes or under 30 minutes. We had a TP2. It went for about 750 pips. You can see it right there, right? So it was a typical Monday, right? Smooth move, smooth move. I really wanted to get in this US 30 buy, right? Even though US 30 did buy up and then sell down, right? It brought up for 2,000 pips. So I wanted to get into this US 30 move, but it left me a minute before opening, right? So our session opens at 9:30. It literally broke where I wanted to buy it from, like right there. It literally tapped that at 9:29. And I was like, damn, when it already hits a point for me as far as like where I'm going for in the market. If I'm like saying it's going to buy or sell before the session starts, it usually does not go that way. And you can look back and see it didn't continue to buy up, right? But it did go 2,000 pips, right? So 2,000 pips is very, very, very good, right? But it was not a continuous movement up, right? It did come back down, right? It did break that low, right? So it was a sell. It went up for 2,000. It probably sold for like 3, 4,000. I can get a ruler and check that. But yeah, I really wanted the US 30 move to buy up. That's what I really wanted. So 4,000 pip move, right? So that's pretty insane. I'll say 3,000 because you're not going to catch the whole 4,000, right? Because you got to look for a solid entry. So I say about 3,000 pips, right, for the sale. So, my initial thought was correct, but still, 2,000 pips. But, you can't go against, um, certain things that you have put in place to remain profitable, right? Because this is something that at least on Nas, right, when it breaks that point, before it usually does not continue to go that direction, so it's not worth the risk. This is my first time on US 30 in years, even though I started trading US 30 and they move pretty much the same, but it's a difference when you've been looking at something day in and day out, then you kind of get a rhythm of what's going to happen, or you get a rhythm with price, if that makes sense. And that's what I had with Nas 100, and that's what many of you would have with any particular pair that you choose to trade with. So that's just what happened today. Pretty smooth. I had this right here, but we didn't enter that buy. I had 2 points of entry selected, right? So, the first point, it secured us a signal. The second point was later on. I was finished for the day, almost 900 pips on trade one. So, I just count my wins. I don't want to make it, losses like that. So I just took that win. But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened today for Q2. Just a simple trade recap. So I mean, yeah, I wanted that US 30, but it did something that, goes against my rules. So I missed out on 2,000, but we still won the day. So can't complain there. It's only Monday, right? Still have Tuesday. Um, Still have Tuesday, Wednesday. I believe Thursday is a holiday. So still have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? So still have the remaining of the week, so can't complain about that. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much just it for today. As far as the signal, I will tell you guys a little bit about what I'm expecting for Q3. Um, Q3, Q4, Q1 are usually um, my smoother quarters. Um, I would say, just because you need a down quarter, right? So I can say everything else, but I would say you need a down quarter, right? Because in trading, confidence is everything, back testing is everything. Your edge is everything. So you're gonna need one quarter where stuff is just not clicking for you. If you put it like that, stuff is just not clicking for you. But you have to go through that quarter to, establish yourself, right? You have to go through those losses. You have to, X out that fear. Whether you win, lose, or draw, you gotta execute on the trades, right? You gotta execute, you gotta pull the trigger. When your confirmations are lining up, it doesn't matter what you think, what you feel. If price is showing you something is matching up with your confirmation, you have to sell it, right? Or you have to buy it, right? You have to go with whatever your confirmation will tell you, right? This confirmation from Nas told me to sell it. How could I go against that, right? It doesn't matter if I was saying that, that was a liquidity bed below, right? Now I may notice that, but I'm still gonna take the trade, right? I would just manage the trade differently when I noticed that, right? So we can go to this Nas 100, and this was something that I was going to tell my group earlier, right? This is why I took my money at 550 pips, right? Even though the trade did go about 800 pips, I took mine at 550, and I wasn't mad at that. And the reason why I wasn't mad at that, because down here, this is this has shaped up to be a liquidity grab per se. At least that's what it shaped up to be, right? Anytime price has come down here, wick down here, it has pretty much just grabbed and reversed, right? Today can be no different, right? Or today you could see no different, right? Even though the trade went for 800 pips, it still did that, right? So with that in mind, right, I know to be more cautious with how I handle that trade. I'm still going to pull, I'm still going to execute, right? If everything is confirming, but I'm going to be aware. I'm going to have common sense in the market, right? To know that that is possibly a liquidity grab area. So I don't want to get in there being greedy, with trying to hold the trade, trying to place re-entries anywhere near the liquidity grab area, right? Anywhere near it, I don't want to place re-entry, right? Because you're gonna get back trace, and we did get back trace in the trade, right? It came up to entry, it came past entry, and then dropped back down for TP2, right? So I don't want to do those things when I'm entering the area like that. I just have to be aware, right? And that can be the same thing if it was above, right? If it was just going, above, grabbing liquidity, following a particular trend, a downward trend up top, it reached up there to those levels, right? I'm gonna be cautious, right? I'm not gonna do certain things. I'm not gonna place, like I said, re-entries anywhere near that area. I'm gonna be mindful about how I'm managing the trade as far as if I'm closing completely, if I'm taking partials, if I'm taking 1/3 partials. It just depends, right? But I'm gonna make some money. I'm taking some money off the table because those areas have been established, right? It doesn't matter what you think or what you feel, right? You have to, in the market, you have to go off of uncertainties, right? And how you go off uncertainties is probability, right? So, right, because nothing in the market is certain, right? So you have to go off uncertainties, right? So if I know that every time price has come down here, right, and this is not even market common sense, this is common sense in general, right? This is like touching a hot pan, right? When a stove is on, right? 10 times out of 10, right? And you can even say 9 times out of 10, right? If it make you feel 9 times out of 10, when you touch that hot pan, what's gonna happen? You're gonna burn your hand, right? So if price is coming down here, right? Every time, right? Or it's coming down here every time for me to see it and has went the other way. What am I gonna say to myself right here, right? When price gets down to this area, I'm gonna be very weary, right? I'm gonna be cautious of what it has done in the past, right? That's common sense in the market, right? That's time on the charts. That's time on that particular pair. That's, your awareness, right? Your ability to hold trades is going to be based off your awareness and your current state of mind during that trade. Remember that. Your ability to hold trades, if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to get those 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and above pip days, is going to be the determining factor is going to be your mental for that particular day your awareness, right, and your recognition, right? Those three things, right, more importantly than anything else, are going to determine if you can hold that particular trade or not. Your skill set is not going to determine whether you can hold a trade, because I'm gonna just be honest. I can snipe trades, right? But if I don't have that mental edge to hold a trade out, if I don't have that um hours and hours and hours and hours of back test to gain that awareness of that particular market, I'm not gonna feel comfortable with holding that trade. If I don't have that recognition of what's happening, like your price is breaking this low, right? Price is rejecting this low, right? Um, what day in the market is, what has happened in the week so far, right? How we have reverses, how we have consolidations, how we had liquidity grabs, right? What has happened so far in the market as far as my recognition and skills, right? You have to have all of those things in place to be able to hold and catch those big pip trades, right? That turn your account, that turn your confidence up, that turn your belief up. You have to have those three things in line, right? You have to have those three things in order to be able to attain those kind of trades. And those kind of trades are going to result in life-changing days, possibly not even financially, but maybe mentally, right? So you might get a particular day like that and everything has gone right? You might feel exhausted, but you executed, right? You held the trade, right? Or you all right, let's see, you marked up the trade, right? You got in the trade, right? You waited a certain time for the trade to play out, right? You place your re-entries, right? The trade has played out perfectly. You have done everything possible, right? To a certain extent, right? To see a level of success. That is going to raise your belief. That's going to raise your work ethic. That's going to raise your account, right? That's going to raise a number of things. So that's why those three things are very important, not even for your longevity in this career space, but for your long for um I mean, yes, for your longevity, I would say. I mean, those things are going to determine your longevity, right? But you can come in here and know everything in the world and not execute. If you don't execute, if you don't see profit, if you don't see wins, right, all that stuff is going to die down, right? You're going to lose lack of confidence. You're going to lose lack of focus. You're going to lose um determination. You're going to lose motivation. You're going to lose everything, right? If you don't come in here and see what you need to see because you don't do what you need to do, right? So that's just my little quick spiel. That's why I managed to trade how I managed it today. Like I said, we did clear TP2, as you can see, right? In under 30 minutes, we did clear TP2. That's me right there giving them a pep talk, pretty much saying, hey man, look, I'm coming in, I'm killing Q4, I'm killing Q3, right? I don't care what happened Q1. I don't care what took place in Q2. I'm trying to kill Q3, right? If you're with me, lock in. If you're not, lock in, because I'm trying to kill it, right? So every day I'm trying to kill it. I'm trying to lock in, put hours on the chart. If last quarter I wasn't putting in, X amount of hours, this quarter I gotta put in those hours, right? It just has to be there, right? It just has to be there. If the last quarter I wasn't executing, this quarter I had to execute to a T. How I was this morning, I was ready for US 30 and I was ready for Nas. It gotta be like that every day. Gotta be in front of the screen when you're supposed to be in front of the screen. You gotta be doing the things you need to do. You gotta mark up when you need to mark up. You have to do everything you need to do, because when people say you're lucky after you post your profits, right? That luck comes from being prepared, and being prepared is doing the small things that people don't see. That's when they get in the market and they try to do certain things because they don't prepare. They say the market is rigged. They say it's a scam like anything else when they don't succeed and they fail, right? You have to be able to prepare so other people can call it luck. So that's just my little spiel for today. Like I said, very easy day, very easy day. US 30 gave two big plays. Um, the one I was looking for, I missed it, but got in on Nas, executed that play, worked out fine, perfectly fine, right? Was not an A1 setup, but I did not expect it to be an A1 setup, right? And if you don't know what an A1 setup is, go back and watch some of my YouTube videos, because you have to know what an A1 setup is if you're going to be in this market for a long time, right? Because those kind of trades and that ability to recognize that self-awareness of what a particular A1 setup is for you, it's going to also make a big difference, right? So like I said, that's it for this call. I never want to keep these calls long. I want to keep you guys engaged. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys some good information, whether that be, mindset, whether that be, trade breakdowns, whether that be, just anything that I think might be meaningful that can help you on your journey, right? If you do not know who I am, my name is Marvin Frederick. Follow me on Instagram, digital_money_Marv. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, show love, man. I have everything that you need in my bio. I have the link to uh a free signal chat. I have the link to my online business as far as like where you can sign up to get taught, where you can sign up for signals, things of that nature. And then you can just message me about questions, right? I'm a real person, right? I'm gonna respond back. I'm not famous, right? We get in this to make money, not become famous. So if you message me on Instagram, I can answer any of your questions, anything like that. Way better than I would be able to on YouTube, because I'm posting on YouTube, but I'm posting on YouTube for the long haul, and I'm posting on YouTube to just help out people. So I'm not going to be that interactive on YouTube just because I don't have alert set up and things like that. But on Instagram, just message me, hit me up. I only have one Instagram page. That's my personal. And then I have another one that's the Blueface Affiliated Lifestyle, but you can see everything, like I said, in my bio, right? Go to my page and you'll see everything. But that's it for today. I don't want to hold you guys. Hope this call helped. Easy trade today. Just because I prepared, right? Just because I prepared, right? So tomorrow is the second day of this quarter, July 2nd. Looking to kill it, nothing less. So I'll keep you guys posted. We're gonna make another video for tomorrow, right? Win, lose, or draw. I'm coming out only to win, right? See you guys at the top, because the bottom is not an option.